Hello, it's Kenny McDougal, and this is my English 201 final presentation. English 201 Honors has been quite the class for the last 4 months, and I can say I'm not the same English student that came in on the first day and sat in the back corner of the classroom. First, I want to take a look at the reader response theory, as this is something I had never experienced before. All throughout high school English, I read through a lens similar to the one of critical analysis, where my main goal was getting through the text, finding enough quotes to write some papers. But reader response is something different. This opened up a whole new window for me, a personal relationship with the text. Beyond that, through the use of Google Docs, I was able to see how my class interacted with the text and the authors. We all clearly have different backgrounds and interests, and this was evident even on the first page of the reader response Google Doc for the sympathizer. From reader response to reading strategies. Yep, reading is simply just sitting down, opening up a book, taking a glance at the text, and then you're done. I don't think so. I've learned that to really read, one must become immersed in a text, that you must sit down with a pen in hand, a highlighter nearby, and nothing on your mind but the text. Be prepared to read the text at least twice. This entire time, you're looking for any strategies or writing styles used by the author, from similes to metaphors, word choice, imagery. You get the drift. And I really worked for this throughout this past semester. I feel like my example from the sympathizer text goes to show that even in less than a page, there's so much buried in the text. And I've worked to get a lot better at this. This class is not just left to books, as being a 21st century student, of course, means technology is brought into the classroom. I'm a person that does not share every single moment, and my limited use of social media shows that, but I was not going to let that stop me this semester. Through the blog and other mediums, like Google Docs, which I enjoyed the most, I was able to put what was on my mind onto paper. By using Google Docs, I was able to see what others thought, compare ideas, and in the busy college life, foster collaboration, regardless of the time or day, or how busy any of our schedules were in the group. English is not the only class where I spent time practicing deep reading and working beyond the text, as every Monday evening my block ISOM class required me to practice the exact same skills. Along with our readings of Khalid Hussein's The Kite Runner, I spent the last 4 months studying Muslim culture and Islam, and now I suddenly saw this showing up in English class. The discussion of culture and Islam, and then reinforced in English, just reminded me why I'm investing in a liberal arts education. I would have to say the most challenging thing throughout this year would go back to the reading strategies questions, where I said I needed to change how to read. This had been the hardest part, sitting back and focusing on what I am reading and looking past the words and in between the lines. Better annotating skills, more notes, more highlighting, it all needed to get better, and I feel like I've done a great job at this by the end of the year. My most memorable moment of the class would be the group discussion of The Kite Runner, where as part of the group leading the discussion. This was not just a classic presentation where you read off a PowerPoint or even flashcards. We got to run the class discussion that eventually evolved beyond the text. It became a discussion regarding liberal arts as a whole. The ending of The Kite Runner was captivating on its own, but then running a class discussion on it was something truly special. Lastly, my aha moment would have to be my poem. I've never regarded myself as a poet or a fan of poetry, but there is something different about this project. It might be because I have experience as a painter, but the Acracious poem just seemed to come to me, and I put together something I was truly proud of. Thank you for the last semester English 201, and have a good summer.